12/16/19. Letter to Nepal. Exposed and beating hearts in Bentwood chairs. Hello, Nepal. You reached out to the world, and the word got to me. You asked me to introduce myself. I am so ignorant of Nepal. I am an American. Americans are all ignorant, preoccupied with our petty dreams and problems. America is a country that was young not long ago, that has recently become old, prematurely aging, hastening its decline, in need of a blood transfusion from you. I am an ignorant American, so I looked you up. Thank God that the internet gives me some idea of you, a thin and incomplete idea that doesn't do you justice, but gives me a place to begin. I see the pictures of your beautiful land and people. I learned that you recently became a democracy. Your old king gave back to the people their sovereignty that God gave you at the beginning of time. I see a poster for an acting class at your theater, an exposed and beating heart in a chair, and I imagine you. I imagine a sweet and sincere people. Closer to God than America is, Nepal, up in the Himalayas, too filled with hope to be burdened by trivial optimism. Brave people who know sorrow and triumph and know that neither is guaranteed. Good, hospitable, and generous people who have suffered for freedom and who now want to connect with dying people, old in freedom. America's freedom is a fading ember, a waning glow of an energetic and lively flame that once lit a welcoming harbor. You turn to sick, old America to see how it's done. You are more America than America is, with your three branches of government and love of things more sustaining than a dollar. You want to fill the world with art and be more a part of the world. You don't wish to dominate other nations. You wish to sit with other nations, to befriend other nations. Your time has come. So you ask me to teach you about improvisation. You want me to tell you what it is like to be the authority of your own life. You want me to show you how to make your voice heard and how to listen to the other voices of the world with your new and growing sense of equality. You are so lovely and earnest, beautiful. Your nation is a young and talented actor, filled with emotions and dreams, yearning for a life of moments in which your love is congruent with all of your actions, as is the love of everyone in the world around you. The world will disappoint you. That's what the world does. And Act Two will involve your quest to regain your love in spite of it all. If Act Two is successful, you will re-engage the world and make it better, with a smile on your face, a tear in your eye, and a fortified heart, beating in steady rhythm, in harmony with what is and what can be. I learned online that the Buddha comes from Nepal. The spirit is immediate in you. And the theater that you have just begun to build is the arena where the spirit will be made manifestly apparent in the mundane interactions of daily life, which you will transform into sacraments. I would love to spend time with you. No one teaches anyone anything. All an artist such as myself can do is expose others to his process and ask them to expose their emerging processes to him. I was an actor on the main stage of America's Second City Theater in Chicago long ago. But I am no longer of Second City. My improvisation is not Second City's improvisation. It is now my own, just as your improvisation will not be mine when our connection becomes a memory. We will visit together and experience each other and come away from our intimate days together transformed. We will change because we will have decided that being together is meaningful. You will bring your lives to your improvisation. You already do. And your lives will make improvisation a new thing. Tradition reveres where we have come from. Art celebrates where we are. I admire your courage and openness and hope. I am moved by your longing. I am a lawyer, so my creative process includes rationality and critical thinking. I will encourage those things in our interactions and sit and wonder at the modalities of your thought and your rich history, the ways in which you think and process and decide, so different from America and so much the same. I am a writer, so my process involves exploration and the painful excavation of the depths of beating hearts, the pain and the release of pain, the deliverance from obstruction that insight grants us. I don't know you at all, but I love you. My love makes me curious about you. My love makes me want to stand beside you as your friend, support your growth, be happy for your happiness, and weep for your sorrows. We unconsciously know that part of ourselves inhabits the other. We know that we are the same person and we want to meet each other. How beautiful you are. How fine your aspirations. How innocent and pure and new. What a tonic your new freedom brings to the world. How enriched all mankind is by it. How generous you are to share it. I'm a college professor. Yes, I am many things, and so are you. And I communicate through constructing guided exercises, experiences that you will do and have, and in the process, show me amazing things and show me your refined and noble sensibility. It charms me that you are so unaware of how stunning you are. Together, me, the old and ignorant American, and you, so young and so curious, standing upon mountains of art and culture, much more than a country. You are a nation. A nation is greater than its land or even its people. A nation is shared ethics and ideals. A nation is its people's potential for greatness, a greatness that paradoxically belongs to all mankind. Your specific song of freedom, the freedom and culture particular to Nepal and to your individual and communal lives in Nepal, is the song of freedom of the world. Your song will change the world by embracing me and each other, not in a cheap, superficial, or sentimental way, but by sharing your gifts and by dressing each other's wounds and my wounds too. I cannot teach you because no one can teach anyone anything, but we can share art and education together. Reality exists in our solitudes and in the space between us, a space as vast as the universe and as small as the world. We will traverse the space between us and you will go to your solitude. We will bring our solitudes to our communion. If we don't, we're not there. I already know that I can speak to you this way. I know you are poets. I know that your heart is a temple and not a marketplace. I now pause and sigh and clear my throat. Okay. Poetry is done for this evening. And now we move to the mundane and the prosaic. Art is dreams mixed with shit. Our ecstasies are for eternity. Our lives are lived in finite time. Your first assignment: familiarize yourselves with my teaching website at www.richardthomasjd.com. It will give you some idea of what we will be doing, the exercises that we will engage in. Don't worry if they confuse you. They will become clearer when we work together. Your second assignment is to look at my blog, where I self-publish my writing and videos at www.richardsteventhomas, with a V in Stephen, www.richardsteventhomas.wordpress.com. This will show you some of my art, the result of my process, which will be our starting point when we are together. You will work alone and in groups. Together, we will experience improvisational art and whatever other art it turns into. Real improvisation always transforms into something else. The only way to learn art is by making art. The only way to learn how to make art together is by getting together and making it. I hope I see you in Pokhara, and I hope I pronounced the name of your city right. I hope I see you in Pokhara. Copyright 2019, Richard Thomas.